Good evening, everybody. I hope everybody's having a fabulous Saturday. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me just start by introducing myself. My name is Audrina White, and I am with BBVA, formerly known as Compass Bank. And I am here to talk about all things about credit when you're trying to purchase a home. So, just to give you a little insight about myself, I've been in banking for about 13 years, and I absolutely love what I do. So, I want to go ahead and get started. Can we go ahead and go to the first slide here? All righty. So today's goals is to discuss the importance of credit when it comes to buying a home, learn how to access information about your credit scores and report, and then explore these strategies to build and improve your credit. And then also to learn how to avoid credit repair scams. So we're definitely going to talk about that here in a few slides. So we're going to go ahead and go to the next one. All righty. So, what is a credit score? So, I'm sure all of you know what a credit score is, but I would just love to go over it really quickly. So, a credit score is a three-digit rating that tells a lender how likely you are to repay debt. So, this is something that we use to see, hey, is this person credit worthy? Can we trust this person with what they're asking for? That could be a loan, that could be a credit card, any forms of type of debt, even with buying a home. We're going to pull your credit score, okay? So that's what a credit score is. Again, a three-digit rating that tells lenders how likely you are to repay debt. Below, you'll see these are the ranges of credit scores. So you'll have like 579 and below, that's considered poor. 580 to 669, that's considered fair. 670 to 739 is considered good. 740 to 799 is very good. And then exceptional is between 800 and 850. So we're going to go ahead and move along to the next slide here. All righty. So what makes up a credit score? I know I've gotten a lot of questions in the past about this. So what makes up a credit score? This is how we determine, what your score would be. So your payment history, that's huge. We need to know, hey, is this person, not only if they're paying on time, how long have they been paying on time? How long they've been making their payments on time? This is also a method that we use to determine if you're credit worthy. So how you handle your debt, do you pay it on time? Have you been late? And if so, how often? This determines, if we can trust this individual, with this particular debt. So total current debt. Okay, let me tell you what that means. So have you heard of the term, you want to make sure that you use nothing over 30% of utilization. All right, let me tell you what that means. So I'm going to make a prime example. For your credit card, it's best that you don't use no more than 30% of your utilization. So this helps us, determine, hey, is this person, does this person actually needs, to utilize does this person max out their credit cards, right? Does this person actually need, this whole line of credit? And if they do need the whole line of credit, what are they using it for? And if they're using it, if you want to make sure anything that's that's under 30% as far as utilization is pretty good. Anything over that, you can become a risk. Okay. So your length of credit history. So how long have you used credit? And that also goes into your payment history. So how long have you been having this particular debt? Can I trust this individual, with purchasing a home? Are they credit worthiness? And then also requests for new credit. When you go out and you are searching for credit, you want to make sure that you don't have too many hard pulls. When you have a lot of different lenders, pulling your credit at once, it can actually hurt your score. It actually bring your score down just because you're out here, having all these different hard inquiries. So just be really, really mindful when, you're searching for a home or any form of debt. It can be a car loan or it can be a personal loan. You want to make sure that you're strategic, right? And you want to make sure that, hey, this is what I'm looking for, right? This is what I'm looking for. I don't need to go through 20 different lenders to see if I'm pre-qualified. So just be mindful with your hard pulls on your credit report. So just again, just to go over this one particular slide, just keep in mind of your payment history. This is what we look for. Also, your total debt. So make sure that your utilization is under 30%. Your length of credit. So how long have you been utilizing your credit, and how long have you been having this particular debt? And then the types of credit. So what type of credit that you have. So types of credit can be, revolving line of credit, or ending in, I call it a beginning and end date, right? A term loan. So a beginning and end date is something, as a prime example, a car. A car loan has a beginning and end date. And then also for your revolving line of credit, that can be a credit card or a line of credit, where when you pay it off, you'll have that availability right after you pay it off. So just keep that in mind. And then also keep in mind your hard pulls. You want to make sure that you don't have too many hard inquiries on your credit report. All righty. So if you guys have questions, I just want to let you know we're definitely going to save them for the end. So hopefully I won't go too fast for you guys. We're going to go ahead and go to the next slide here. All righty. So how do mortgage lenders analyze credit? I think this is a brilliant question. We as lenders, and I say we because I work at a bank, they look at your credit score. That's the first thing that they pick up, that they pull is your credit report. Again, is this individual credit worthiness, right? Can we trust this individual with a home loan? So they look at your credit report. They also look at your history, okay? They look at your debt DTI. So you're going to hear this when you're trying to purchase a home. Your debt to income ratio. So that is whatever your debt is in comparison to what your income is. So your DTI. So for prime example, if your gross monthly income is $4,000, so prime example, $1,600 a month worth of debt is what this particular individual will be able to afford. So DTI, remember that, debt to income ratio. So how much debt that you have in comparison to your income. Credit history, credit score, and DTI. Remember those three things, you guys. We're going to go and move to the next slide. All right, so how to access your credit report and your credit score. So this is just a source that you guys can use. You can access this report, your annual credit report. You can get all three bureaus, which is Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. So this is the website that you can use. You can get it for free once a year. It's www.annualcreditreport.com. If you have a phone, go ahead and snapshot that if you can, take a picture of it. But again, it's www.annualcreditreport.com. This is also a number that you can actually dial and get it as well. So we're going to go ahead and move along to, you can get a free credit report. Now, this is the thing. So your credit score and your credit report is two totally different things. And I want you guys to remember that. Your report, it actually tells you what is on your credit, right? That's your report. That is what, again, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian is for. Your actual credit score, which is a FICO score, this is different. So if you just want to pull your credit report, this is the website that you'll go on, which is the annualcreditreport.com. Alrighty, so to access your score, you can utilize apps, your banking apps. If you do have a bank account, a lot of banks have it to where you're able to actually see your FICO score, which is your credit score. So you can do that, or you can actually go on the Bureau's website, which is Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. They have it to where you can actually see your FICO score once a month. All righty, we're going to move along. Strategies to improve your credit. So let's say you had a hiccup in life, right? And you want to improve your credit in order for you to get the dream home that you want, right? Or that starter home that you want. The first thing you need to do is make sure all of your debts is paid on time, right? All of your debt, right? So that can be your car loan, that can be your your credit cards, a personal loan, whatever is reported to your credit bureau, you want to make sure that they are paid in time or in full. Correct any errors on your credit report. So if there's issues on there, or if there's something that should not be on there, make sure you dispute it. Contact the bureaus and let them know, hey, this is not my debt, or this is incorrect. Can you guys fix this? You can do that. You have the power to do that by yourself. Ensure all credit utilization is below 30%. I know I just said that in the previous slide. So you want to make sure you do not use no more than 30% if you can, okay? Also resolve past debt, okay? So anything that you had in the past, if it needs to get taken care of, you can call them and see if you can do a payment plan. Find ways to make sure that debt is taken care of. You don't want the lender to see that you've had, a lot of things that you haven't taken care of, because that can hurt you in order for you to get a home loan. So just keep that in mind. Also, pay down all of your total monthly debt that you owe. So if you have a high overhead, try to get that down. Try to get that paid down. So just keep that in mind, okay, you guys? So remember, make sure you pay everything on time, if not in full. Also, you want to make sure that if there's any errors on your credit report, make sure that gets taken care of. Ensure all credit utilization is 30% and lower. Resolve all past due accounts and create some form of payment plan. And then also pay down all of your total monthly debt that you owe. You don't want to go into this beautiful home with a lot of debt or a lot of overhead. So just make sure you keep that in mind. All righty, we're going to go to the next slide. Beware of credit repair scams. Let me tell you guys, there are a lot of small businesses out there that says, hey, we can improve your credit for $1, or we can improve your credit if you pay us this $50 a month. Hey, make sure you go to Better Business Bureau. Make sure that's a legitimate company, right? Look at all the red flags, okay? So the red flags can include a request to pay upfront fees for credit repair service. You guys can do this on your own, okay? You can get a credit counselor. You can get one you can get a free financial advisor at the bank, whoever you bank with. So you can do this on your own. Also, a promise to eliminate all negative information. A promise to alter legitimate information, which means if that's your debt and you know that you took that debt out and you just didn't pay it, hey, look out for that. Also, a warning not to contact the credit bureaus directly. Beware of that. Why wouldn't you be able to contact them directly? All right. So ask for signature on a blank paperwork. You never want to sign your life away, okay? You don't know what you're signing, so never do that. Never sign, never commit to anything that you have not read through, that you have not did any type of research on, because you don't know what you're signing, right? So just beware of any credit repair scams. We're going to go ahead and move along to the next slide. Oh, is that it? All righty. So I didn't know we were going to go that fast. All righty. So if you guys have any questions, can we go ahead and start the question and answer session? Okay, so I had one question. One question I have here is, what things make a credit score go down? Okay, so let me just answer that really quickly. If you have a lot of hard inquiries on your credit report, that can actually hurt your credit. And then if you have any utilization over 30%, that actually can decrease your credit score, because that shows the lenders, oh, this person, is in dire need right now. So we're going to, this is a risk. This is a potential risk that can actually hurt you. Any late payments can also hurt your credit report as well. 30 days late or any form of late payments, that can hurt you as well. All righty, let's go to a second question. So how to improve your credit score. So if you have a credit card and use the full amount, but pay the balance in 2 days before the statement date, is that bad? Actually, no. So I'm going to make a prime example. I have a few Amex cards, right? So one of my Amex card, the statement closes on the 28th. Okay. So let's say I utilize the whole credit limit. And I know, let's say today is the 25th. Okay. And I know my statement closed on the 28th. So the day that let's say I paid it off on the 26th, which is the next day. So it typically takes about 24 to 72 hours in order for it to be updated on your account. So if you decide to do that, then you want to make sure you give it a few days prior to your statement closing. So when your statement do close, it could reflect that whole amount has been paid in full, if that's what you decide to do. If you were to just pay your debt down to zero balance and have just an open car and student loans, is this something the lenders will view acceptable? Okay, yeah, so it's okay to pay your debt down or pay it off. Just that will give you, that will actually bring up your DTI. Bring down your DTI, your debt to income ratio. So if you decide to pay your debt down, and you have maybe one car loan, or you pay your car loan off, it's okay. It actually shows the lender that, hey, this individual have had this particular debt and they were able to pay it off. So yeah, absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that. If I have no credit cards, how do I build my score? Okay, keep this in mind. You don't have to have a credit card in order for you to build your credit, right? Credit can be utilized in multiple things, right? So it can be a personal loan. It can be a credit card. It's okay if you don't have a credit card. There's other ways you can show that you're credit worthy, right? So even if you have a car loan that gets reported to the credit bureau. It should each month. So that will show that that you're credit worthy. If you have a line of credit, that will show that you're credit worthy. So you don't necessarily have to have a credit card in order to show that you are credit worthiness, okay? That you're able to pay something. So you do need to have some form of a few items, at least 3 items I recommend, but you do need to have some form of some form of debt on your credit report, just so they can base if you can qualify for some particular debt that you're trying to get. So when I mean debt, I mean if you're trying to purchase a home, they're going to look at your credit report. Okay. So, but you don't have to have a particular credit card just to show that, that you have credit. No, you don't have to. Okay. So if I paid a title loan, can I report it to the credit bureau? And how long do I have to report it? So let me answer this. Any debt, okay, even if it's a title loan, if it's a car loan, a personal loan, whomever you are getting this debt from, you want to ask them, hey, do you guys report to the credit bureau? Because I believe some title loan companies don't report to the credit bureau unless it's negative, because you have like some form of collateral. But any debt that you do get, even if it's buying a car, if you buy from a small business, right, a small car lot, you want to ask them, hey, is this going to be reported to the credit bureau? Because if it is, once I pay it down, once I pay it off, I would like for it to be able to report to the credit bureau. And then that way it shows that, hey, this is a debt that I've had, I paid it down, and it shows that you are credit worthy. Okay, so how do I list my rent on my credit report? That's a great question. I did find out that there's a way that you can do that. I actually don't have that answer though. I can actually get that answer and see if I can email it. There's a way that you can report your rent. There is a way. There's a website, or there's something that you can use that to be able to show that you've had that that you're paying your rent on time. I'm sorry, I don't have that answer right now. I think it says if I close a long-standing car, will it hurt my credit? Great question. I recommend do not close the debt. It shows history. It shows that you are credit worthy. I would not recommend closing any debt. I would not recommend that. And especially if it's a good debt. So if you have a credit card, I know I had a young lady tell me, I've been having my Sears card for umpteen years. Shall I close it? I know Sears is, doesn't exist anymore, but don't worry about it. Like, don't even touch it. If you know that debt is paid off or is paid down, just continue to do what you're doing. Don't never close it. Don't close it because it's showing your history. So can you pay a charge off? I think that's right. Can you pay off a charge off? Absolutely. Absolutely. So if there's an item, excuse me, on your credit report that has went to collections and you have the means to go ahead and take care of it, absolutely you can pay it off. You sure can. And it will show that that debt has been paid and taken care of. All righty, you guys, this is time. You guys had a lot of beautiful, brilliant questions, and I really, really appreciate you taking the time out to, listen to what I had to say. Hopefully, you got some pointers that you can utilize in your day-to-day life, and I hope it can help you achieve your goals. Again, I'm Audrina White, and I am with BBVA, formerly known as Compass Bank. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach me. And that's about it. So I appreciate Dallas Habitat for allowing me to present today. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday.